Today, I'm diving into the scary rules that could control my fate. Can I survive following these creepy guidelines for a whole day? Have you ever stopped to think about the rules that govern our lives? I'm not talking about the obvious ones, like laws or social norms. I'm talking about the secret, unspoken rules that influence our decisions and shape our destinies without us even realizing it. Deep down, we're all afraid of something. We're afraid of failure, of rejection, of being judged, of not being good enough. These fears hold us back from pursuing our dreams, from taking risks, and from living the life we truly want. But what if I told you that these fears are not just random emotions, but rather, they're a result of the scary rules that control our fate? We're often conditioned to believe that we're not good enough, that we're not worthy, that we're not capable. We're told that we need to fit into certain molds, to conform to certain standards, and to meet certain expectations. But what if I told you that these expectations are not set by us, but rather, they're imposed upon us by society, by our families, and by ourselves? We're trapped in a web of limitations, and we don't even realize it. We're afraid to speak up, to stand out, to be different. We're afraid of being rejected, of being judged, of being ostracized. But what if I told you that these fears are not just about us, but rather, they're about the scary rules that govern our behavior? We're so driven by the fear of what others might think that we forget to think about what we truly want. Societal expectations, self-imposed limitations, and deep-seated fears, these are just a few examples of the scary rules that hold us back from our true potential. We're conditioned to believe that we're not good enough, that we're not worthy, that we're not capable. But what if I told you that this is not true? What if I told you that you have the power to break free from these rules, to challenge them, and to overcome them? Once you become aware of these rules, you start to see them everywhere. You start to see how they're holding you back, how they're limiting your potential, and how they're controlling your fate. And that's when the magic happens. That's when you realize that you have the power to change, to transform, and to break free. You start to question these rules, to challenge them, and to push against them. You start to realize that they're not set in stone, that they're not absolute, and that they're not unbreakable. You start to see that you're capable of so much more than you ever thought possible. Understanding these rules is the first step towards freedom. It's the first step towards breaking free from the limitations that hold us back. It's the first step towards living the life we truly want. In this video, we've explored the scary rules that govern our fate. We've discussed the common fears and limitations that these rules impose on individuals. We've seen examples of these rules in action, and we've discovered the empowering realization that understanding and confronting these rules can lead to personal transformation and freedom. Thanks for watching. If you've struggled with scary rules in your life, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. And if you want to explore more self-improvement strategies, be sure